today we are going to start our Andy Warhol inspired artwork. We will draw a shape or an object that you will see every day, and you're going to make it into an interesting piece of artwork. You'll notice we will draw it 4 times, and in each separate rectangle we will add a variety of shapes and patterns and of course color at the very end. So the first step today is to grab you will have a piece of paper this size, and you are going to draw your object on there. Again, it's an everyday object that you wouldn't normally look at and see as artwork. I decided to draw my Mocha Monkey water or cold drink cup. You'll see I didn't necessarily do it exactly. I didn't put coffee house, and I wrote it and drew it a little bit differently because I want to keep it simple. Once you have drawn it all out, you'll notice when I draw it, I did place it on a table so it looks like it's sitting. But once you've drawn it all out, then you are going to trace it with Sharpie. So the first step is to draw it, get it exactly how you want it, and the second step is to trace it over with Sharpie. Now once you have traced it over with Sharpie, you are ready to transfer it onto your final artwork. Before we do that, we need to fold our artwork into, so we have 4 even rectangles. I'm going to fold it in half one way, and then fold it in half again. Then I open it up, and I have 4 even spaces. Now on the back somewhere in the corner, I'm going to write, and you're going to write your name. And you'll flip your artwork over and you're ready to trace. What you're going to do is you're going to trace your object 4 times so that they look the exact same. Now my artwork is like this, the portrait, so I'm going to put it underneath and I'm going to start to trace it. Now I know it's very difficult for you to see in the video, but I'm going to start with pencil to trace this object. And we want to start with pencil so that if we mess up, we can always erase it. I want to make sure that it's really nicely lined up and that the page underneath, the paper underneath, does not move. I have one drawing done. I will do this. I will bring it over here to this next one. I will trace it here. I will trace it down here, and then I will bring it and trace it down in the 4th one. Make sure that all of your corners are nicely lined up, because when you're totally done, these lines, these table lines, should line up. So go ahead and draw and trace, or draw all of your 4 objects in each of the squares with pencil. Once you have finished drawing with pencil, the last step of drawing is to trace it over with Sharpie. So here's, if you made any mistakes, you can erase and go over. I just have one last step to do, or part to do, the monkey and the mug, until I'm done with the Sharpie. When you are totally done drawing each of the 4 objects and tracing it with Sharpie, you can take a eraser and you can erase any of those pencil lines if you would like. The next step is to decorate the tables with a variety of different patterns and the background as well. So we're going to start with the tables. They're each going to be a different pattern. I may start with some stripes. And I'm going to do this step right with Sharpie. If you feel that there is a design that you really want to use with pencil first, that's okay, but you do kind of want to go right with Sharpie if you can. Again, doing a variety. I'm not overlapping. There is that line there, so I'm not overlapping at all. Then be careful not to go here in the background, but you'll go down to the table here. Go ahead and do a pattern in each of the 4 tables. Now the last step of drawing is to do the background, again with a different pattern. So in each one you'll do one that's different than the one you did before. Once you have finished the patterns to fill your entire artwork, then you are done with the drawing portion of this project.